Guys, I am here at the Novotel Hotel. We just finished our merienda. Later, we will be meeting the boys from Mr. International Philippines. This is actually going to be my first time to meet them. Nakakailang events na kami guys na palagi ako absent. Pero ngayon, present na present ako. Hopefully, later, I will get the chance to really speak to them and yeah, introduce some testosterone in this channel. So, do stay tuned. Pinakita ko naman sa inyo kung ano yung merienda namin. So, medyo kailangan na ng kape nitong titang to. So, I'll see you later.
Very happy everybody's here.
Wait, hello, sorry, I'm just gonna take. I-mute ko naman siya. Hello, nice to meet you. I haven't met you before. I'm sorry. Hello. Dito, hello. Uy, nice to meet you. Boys, ayan na. Hello.
Thank you so much for keeping up and posting. It means the world. It means the world.
Nako, eto na tayo. I promised my followers some testosterone this afternoon. Guys, eto na siya. Thank you. I finally got to meet you.
No, I'm very happy to see you. It's genuinely, I've been excited to see you for this day.
Ay.
Honestly, I was like, when will I meet Tita Lavinia?
Ito na.
But I'm happy to meet you. Hi, everybody.
Great. Oh, ayan na guys. Disney Prince personified. Ayan. Alright.
I can show you.
Oh, diba? Kawanto. Yan ang gusto natin. Diba? Hindi na kailangan anuhin. Hindi na kailangan tarutin. Alright.
That's for later.
Oh, sige. MJ, I'll chika you later.
I'll check you later.
Oh, sige. I'm gonna ask you more questions later. Bigyan mo naman ako ng konting time.
Oh, yes, continue.
Great.
I'll wait.
Thank you. Ayan, guys, ha. Thank you.
Without them, this wouldn't be possible. Last July 27th, my own Jude MJ Orellano won the title in the greatest celebration of men, Mr. International Philippines. And today, ladies and gentlemen, all his runner-ups will take their own titles with a pledge to represent our country for designated international pageants.
Hi boys, good afternoon. This is my first time to meet you. Maraming salamat po. I am Tita Lavinia of Titas of Pageantry. Anyone can answer this. Since you competed in a national pageant, there seems to be two ways to determine winners these days. First is to base the winners from the scores garnered, or would you rather be judged via a deliberation? So ano yung mas bet nyo? Depende sa scores nyo ng performance or depende sa deliberation?
Well, in my own personal opinion, I believe that those two manners of judging is coexisting within one another. And yeah, I actually don't have a preference. I prefer for them to work hand in hand since we have to respect the scores because that is our representation and basis of our own performance on that particular night. And of course, we have to respect the deliberation process, since the deliberation process gives an opportunity to the people who have experienced the pageant world before, the experts. They are more knowledgeable enough to identify and to designate certain winners to respective international platforms. So I think it's best for them to coexist rather than just to pick a single manner of judging.
Yeah, I actually wanted to capitalize what Vic said because honestly, there are two ways to actually to see who will be the winners. I think they do work hand in hand, but then of course, in respect of the organization and for the pageant to be up and coming, and there's like a certain date for when the coronation will be. I think it really depends when how prepared you are, and if you are the person for that night, and it just shows like how prepared you are. Days out from the competition, really. And obviously, the deliberation is always there, but the scorecard has to be respected, obviously. So you have to be really ready for that night. So yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
At saka Tita Lavinia, it's more, meron po din kasing factor naming mga technical requirements. Not necessarily na yung highest performer is para dun sa pageant na yun. What if she doesn't or he or she doesn't qualify to the technical requirements of that certain
I
pageant?
see.
So this is how we can see deliberation. We answered your question, Tita Lavinia.
Good. Thank you, guys. Good luck. Thank you, thank you. Good afternoon. We are here with Mark. Good afternoon, Mark. This is my first time to meet you.
I'm very honored to meet you as well.
Great, Mark. This is my first time to get to speak to you. Kanina, nagkaroon tayo ng parang mini press con. I got to hear all of you boys. Maayos kayo magsalita. This is something that really gets us excited because physically, guwapo na kayo, tapos kaya nyo pang magsalita. Mark, we've asked you about your experience in pageantry. But for the longest time, medyo mahirap iangat ang male pageantry here. A lot of people are saying that the boys of Mr. International is the first batch na mag-aangat ng male pageantry sa Pilipinas. How do you feel about that?
Wow, I'm honored to be part of that, to be a part of that motion because we are really taking action on stepping all this up. The male pageantry, we want to be not at the same level, but under as same as we are inspired to inspire others, as well as Miss Binibining Pilipinas, Miss Universe Philippines. We want to be in that kind of conversation when it comes to in the world of pageantry. So yeah, I'm really proud of what we're doing here. The organization is terrific. We've all been taken care of. It's very professional, very organized, and we really love it. So I hope we can build a foundation that will make the male pageantry more relevant.
Great. Thank you so much for this. Now, you will be competing in Bangkok for Mr. Global. Mark, naaral mo na ba kung anong hinahanap nila sa Mr. Global?
Actually, I've been asking a lot of people. I've been watching all of the pageants and actually right now I have been preparing myself for whatever it is that they were looking for. I have to be ready. I have to step out of my comfort zone and be more, just be more.
All right. Well, Mark, some of my media folks because this is my first time to meet you, so a lot of them were saying, you have to meet Mark, because he's so good looking. Mark, you get to hear this all the time. You're good looking, matipuno, guwapo. How does it make you feel? I mean, growing up, ito ba yung naririnig mo o nag-bloom ka na lang in the latter years?
Actually, in my experience, there's a lot of people saying that.
Yun
to me,
naman
yeah.
pala. Yun ang gusto ko, honest tayo.
But right now, being crowned as a winner, graduating from Mr. Global gave me more confidence. But I know that there's a lot of improvement still. But I'm very proud of what I've become today, and I'm very thankful for all those people, and really grateful.
Thank you so much, Mark. Please invite them. Where can we follow you? How can we support you in your upcoming pageant? And where and when will this pageant take place?
Okay. I want you to follow. Hi guys. Please follow me on Instagram. It's Mark with the double K _ Avendano. And on Facebook, on Mark Avendano. My pageant will be held at Bangkok, Thailand, but there's no official date when it's gonna happen. But I'll keep you all posted. Just follow me on my social media accounts, and you'll see there when my pageant will start.
Thank you so much. Maraming salamat, Mark. At isang up and down muna tayo. Mark, last na lang. How tall are you?
I'm actually 6 foot.
Ayun naman pala. Andre, sa wakas, na-corner na rin kita. Pinopost ka namin palagi sa Titas of Pageantry. How are you today, Andre?
I feel amazing.
Andre, kailangan natin lakasan ng boses mo. Because one of the common observations about you is that you're rather shy. Totoo ba to? Parang naririnig ko medyo shy ka ba?
I think when I'm with the people that I don't know, in stage,
Well, kilala mo na ako ngayon, so hindi ko na masyadong pwedeng shy ngayon. What are we doing? Kasi alam mo naman, you will be competing in Venezuela. Now, the female counterpart of pageantry in Venezuela, very active, very magalaw, very ma-PR. How are you preparing for this? And I'm not talking about the physical preparation.
I think I'll prepare by getting used to interacting with people.
Eto na pala. Ayan. So, we want you to smile pa kasi maganda kapag nagsasalita ka na nakasmile, dami-damihan pa natin ang sinasabi. When you prepare for interacting with people, is there like a hurdle that you want to overcome?
I think not so far sa ngayon. Pero I think pinaka-important I need to is confidence in stage.
So, Mr. Caballero, this is going to be the first time we will be sending someone there. And I remember, usually sa female pageants, when we send someone in the Latin pageants, we want someone who can be at par with the Latin girls, like someone who has the movement. But when we talked about Mr. Caballero and then we learned na ikaw na yung magiging representative, you have very Asian features. It's very different from the Latin features. Do you think this is an advantage for you or a disadvantage?
For me, I think it's an advantage for me because that's what makes me unique.
I
and
know.
different.
I know. Alam mo, yun yung sinabi namin. Parang medyo rare makahanap ng ganyan ka-chiseled na medyo oriental looking. So, now that you are preparing, when is your pageant?
This November.
November na. Have you spoken to like Latin communities, like people from Venezuela or like Filipino communities in Venezuela to maybe try to boost you out there?
Wala pa.
Galaw-galaw na tayo.
Pero messages.
Messages.
Tama po, messages.
So siguro, what about social media? Because social media is very important these days. Kaya ba? Kaya ba natin i-boost ang social media mo para makasupport tayo ng lahat?
Yeah. Yes.
Oo naman, kaya yan, kaya yan. Okay. So Andre, how can we follow you? How can we help you in your competition? Please let us know.
I hope everyone will support me in my competition in Caballero Universal. Just follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. Andre Cuet.
Nako, nagtitiktok. Anong ginagawa mo sa TikTok? Dance. Nagda-dance naman pala. Sige nga, isang move nga muna dyan. Nakita ko na kanina. Ayan, maraming salamat. Konti lang ang ginawa mo, pero pangparamihang followers na yon. Thank you! Hello, Michael. Good evening.
Hello, Titas of Pageant.
Nako, Michael, kung tutuusin, parang pangalawang moment na natin to together.
Yeah.
Nag-greet ako ng birthday mo. How are you?
Doing great po, and I'm very happy that we have this event right now.
I am so happy to also get to know you boys. I mean, I know you. I haven't met the others. But now that you're here, you have a competition. You have an international competition. When did you learn about this? Kasi nung mismong coronation night ng Mr. International, isa lang naman ang kinoronahan nila for international
Yes.
competition.
Totoo yun.
Pero how did you get to learn na lalaban ka?
Actually, I heard, oh nga, MJ was announced as Mr. International, but I already heard na in-announce din kasi that time the second runner-up will be representing Mr. National Universe in Thailand. So, I heard that agenda. So, I'm excited po na on that day, nalaman ko lang. So, it's not a surprise for me na we will have this.
Pero nag-pledge kayo today, may official sashing na kayo. Wala nang bawian to, Michael.
Wala namang bawian actually. Paninindigan na namin to kasi nag-pledge na kami.
True, true, true. You know what? Well, earlier we were in front of you. There were a lot of us media folks trying to get your attention. Nasabi sa akin ng aking kasamahan na i-observe daw kita dahil ikaw lang yung tumitingin sa maayos na camera, ikaw lang yung parang may self-awareness na may audience sa harapan. I know that you have competed before. Aware din ako na meron ka rin parang showbiz stint. Anong masasabi mo sa laban mo ngayon? Is it gonna help you with, of course, your physique? Hindi lang natin nakikita ngayon, guys, kasi balot na balot ang ating Michael Word today. But the confidence and yung self-assurance, do you think it's gonna really help you bag this title?
With the things that are happening in the show business, alam mo naman, pageant is also partly showbiz na din, di ba? And then
Yes.
it's a competition, showbiz, and lahat. Maraming taong nakakatutok. It's a big stage for, or it's a big platform na to influence others naman, di ba? So, as you all know, I've been also in the showbiz,
Yeah.
ABS, and Star Magic. So, it's not new for me po na umarap ng camera. Maybe this is my 200 or 300 times seeing
Yes.
the camera in front of me. So it gave me confidence and the momentum saan titingin, sa anong sinong taong remain eye contact on the camera. So it's an advantage din, but at the same time, I'll take it as a lesson learned in for me in everything that I do when it comes to in the show business and when it comes to pageants. So I have two different variations
Yeah.
that I'm having right now, but I'm trying to insert that in sports once again because I'm planning to join next year for next year's SEA Games. So I'm preparing now. I'm hitting maybe 3 or 4 birds
Hatiin na natin yung katawan mo. Ang dami mong gustong gawin.
Replacement. I multiply myself 4 times so I can just but as of now I'm not wasting any time, any moment. I'm making sure that every time that I am having kahit sa pagdadrive lang, simple na pagdadrive lang, going home, traffic, I'm listening to audio parang information, mga ganun na I could learn something. And yun po, I'm making every moment counts. So every moment is would have a positive effect on me on the future. So,
Evening. We are with John, Mr. Beauty International. It has a very French sounding name. How do you feel today? You had your official sashing. How do you feel, John?
I feel very excited. This is my first, I think, public appearance with them, with the boys, and yeah, it's nice to finally get the announcement out there that I'll be competing in the international stage. And yeah, from here on out, it goes from training to being disciplined and being with the boys.
John, you are the newest addition to this group of boys who we have been covering for weeks now. These boys are well received in pageantry, as you all know. We've all been focused in female pageantry, so this is a different environment for us to be super active. But how does it feel to be part of their roster now?
Well, I feel very honored and very grateful to be with a great group of gentlemen, with the organization. They're very professional, they're very easy to work with, and yeah, I enjoy every moment with them. I understand that there's pressure, that you have to put in the work and whatnot, but at the same time, I feel like compared to the Mr. International Philippines, now I'm enjoying every moment. Despite it being difficult, despite it being hard at times, you should enjoy every moment.
When did you get to learn about this appointment? Kasi di ba when they were crowned, you weren't a part of the roster. But when did you get to learn about this?
I think I learned about this around August or
August.
July. Attorney messaged me and the Cebu team, and they told us that you'll be competing in the international pageant. Get ready. So that's when we decided, that's when we knew that, like, okay, improve in every little aspect, races, gym, and every little weaknesses that I have, posture. You should improve on that while you still have time. Compared to the Mr. International Philippines, now I have time to prepare and really really showcase what I can really be, who I can really be.
Pero it's such a good thing, no? Right after the pageant, at least when they tapped you, medyo libre ka. Hindi yung tipong kailangan mong mag-give up ng mga gagawin mo sa buhay. Were you expecting a call or did you put like things on hold because they might call you?
Well, after the Mr. International Philippines, I had summer class, so I had to focus on that. And was I expecting a call? Kinda.
Okay.
Because
All right.
I've been hearing every now and then from MJ, from Mark. They told me, oh, there's something in works for you.
I
There's
see.
some plans for you. And I'm just there like, oh, okay. Because you don't want to get too excited,
Right.
too full, and just lead to disappointment. So I was just like waiting and being patient and just being patient and waiting for the call. And, yeah, I got the call.
You know, earlier we talked about the prowess of Cebu. Cebu is now considered a Philippine pageant powerhouse. Um, I think you're gonna do really well. I read your bio, you're 6'2", is that right? Gosh, medyo mahirap na makahanap ng Pinoy na ganito. You're also well-spoken. I was really surprised because, of course, we get to hear the other boys. This is the first time I got to hear you as well. I just want to tell you, though, because I've been posting photos from Mr. International, nakikita ko naman, bebe, nag-improve. Parang nag-slim down ka rin, no?
When I was in Cebu, when I was with the boys, I was training. I was training with Coach Jugs at Yoko's Fitness Gym. We worked. He gave me a program. He coached me. He told me what to do so that we can improve your body, so that you can be parang model body,
Okay.
aesthetics, and yeah, I feel like now I'm more ready in some
Okay.
sense, but I know I can still be better. I know I can.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. Feeling good.
Yan naman pala. So Kit, you know, a lot of our followers have given me a heads up that you're actually one of the best speakers, na yun ang gustong-gusto nilang sinusundan sa'yo. Apart, of course, from the physique. How tall are you?
I'm 6 flat. 6'0".
Awarding ceremony. Marami pa ba tayong mahahanap na ganitong klaseng kalalakihan from where you come from?
Oh well, hopefully. But I don't wanna, sell myself.
Ayun naman pala. So, Kit, you have made several appearances, you've been on several events.
Yes.
Do you feel kung paano yung, kasi we treat our beauty queens as athletes. Like we have crazy expectations and they do a lot, not just for the physical side, but ngayon na nakakailang linggo, ilang buwan na kayo as Mr. International, do you feel like the same treatment?
Actually, yes. Frankly speaking, tulad nga na sabi ng ating host kanina, female pageantry is more engaged in the Philippines compared to the male. However, me myself, on behalf of the organization, we are aware of what we have established on our coronation night and on our series of engagements as well. Alam namin na mayroon kaming bagong inihain sa male pageantry world, and we are happy of we appreciate the criticism and praises to us, and we are aiming not only to be the same as those female pageantries, but to be able to exceed them as well. Of course, that's for the Filipino people.
You know what? Mr. International isn't the first male pageant. We've had male pageants in the previous years, but it seems that the boys at Mr. International, you guys are doing so well in really lifting the brand and really lifting male pageantry here in the Philippines. Anong nararamdaman mo ngayon na kasama ko dun sa batch na yun? It's gonna be hard to follow.
Follow the passion.
Yes.
Yeah, first and foremost, I feel blessed that I am at the right place at the right time.
Yeah.
And secondly, I want to say that this is all possible due to the work of the people behind me. That is, of course, the organization spearheaded by Attorney Manuel Del Tio, or other staffs as well. And yeah, we are able to come where we are right now thanks to the collaborative efforts of everyone. So if you guys think, or if you guys support this one, we are aware of what we established, and we are aiming to build a legacy in this world, in this industry.
Kit, you're very well-spoken. Walang eme-eme, wala masyadong marikado. Could you give us a little bit of a background? Because I've been hearing from my media friends that you actually have a background in communications. I-convince natin sila, bakit ka ganyan?
Before I was introduced to the pageant world, I'm a student. I'm somewhat called them a studious one. I am a DOST scholar. That scholar only has an 11% passing rate nationwide.
Ay my gosh.
I was an editorial writer back before in our school paper. I do have a few appearances on inter-school
academic competitions as well. And of course, due to the pandemic, as I am studying my college years, I have worked as a call center agent as well for a year and a half.
Yun naman pala, mga call center.
Yes. So
Call center din ako, ang tagal-tagal.
that
Tagal.
really helped me, to better my communication skills and the way I speak, the way I modulate my voice.
Well, Kit, we are very happy because, as you know, male pageantry in the Philippines, really, and probably in all over the world, it's really dominated by the physical side. It's very rare for us to really encounter someone who can speak well. Maybe pag naka-encounter kami, they're mostly halfies. So there is hope, you guys. We can have a male contestant from the Philippines who's like the whole package. Kit, please invite them. How can we support you? When is your pageant? And where is this gonna happen?
All right, so once again, this is Kit Cortez, your Mr. Tourism International Philippines 2022. I would like, first and foremost, I would like to invite everyone to my upcoming international pageants this December. The specific date will be announced through the official Facebook or social media accounts of Mr. International Philippines. And that's going to happen in Bali. In order for you to be updated on my own personal engagements, you can follow me on my social media accounts. Everything I have is under the name of Kit Cortez.
Iyon naman pala. Kit with a double T.
Yeah.
Diba? Thank you. And Kit, last na lang. Sabi nila, suplado ka daw. Mahirap ka daw i-approach. Basagin natin yan. Ano masasabi mo?
No, it's actually, siguro sa appearance ko lang, marami din naman nagsasabi. Pero yeah.
Di ba keep the mystery, diba? Yun ang dapat talaga. Thank you so much and good luck to you. Na-corner ko na sa wakas. First time ko na-meet pero holding hands na kami. Good evening, MJ. How are you?
Very good, Tita. How about you?
I am fine.
Happy to see you.
I am super happy to
Finally.
see you. Finally. MJ, our followers, ayan na, may isa pang gwapo sa likod, manda ka sa akin mamaya. MJ, our followers are always so thirsty for good-looking men.
Oh, not the thirsty. No, I'm very happy with your followers. They're so active and they're so kind and they're amazing.
Super supportive. Kailangan himas-himasin mo lang paminsan-minsan para suportahan ka lalo. Okay, so MJ, you know what? I never got to interview you before. This is my first time. A lot of people are waiting for this.
First of many.
Yes, first of many daw. Hayaan nyo, kapag nasa Cubao kayo, tatumbling ako sa Cubao para sa inyo. No, because a lot of your events are in Pasay? If I'm not mistaken, like Okada.
Yes, a lot. Honestly, everywhere. It's everywhere talaga.
But I can't always make that trip kasi nga I angkas myself every time. And it's so hard to angkas myself
I
in
could
Okada.
drive to you and then we
Ay,
could go
grabe.
there.
Paano ba yan, guys? Holding hands na, driver pa, sweet lover pa. Paano pang gagawin? Inaasa lang natin si MJ. MJ,
Yes.
how do you feel when you get to read comments saying you're a Disney prince, you're like the top of the tops? Anong naki-feel mo dyan?
I'm very grateful. It's very flattering. I can't really find. Actually, that's where it started. The Disney Prince nickname.
Kami ba yung nag-start?
Yeah, that's why I see it a lot, and I'm just like, wow, everybody's been saying this, so I'm very, very grateful, and I'm honestly nothing without you guys, and I'm very grateful and happy.
Well, you know what? You've been making the rounds. You have gone on several events, several appearances. How does it feel to somewhat be at par with our girls? Because you know how supportive and protective we are of our pageant girls, but I think that you guys are pretty much getting the same attention and the same care. How do you feel about that?
Actually, that's our job. I mean, male pageantry hasn't been as loud as it used to be, but then now, since we're getting all this recognition, we really wanted to capitalize on that, and to really show who we are as people. Like, it's not just male pageantry for nothing. We are here to inspire others and really do our best to kind of make sure that everybody celebrates the celebration of men. Really, that's the quote for Mr. International. Really want to showcase what's the most important thing for us in the male pageant world, and to inspire others.
You know what? This afternoon, I left the house without saying goodbye to my boyfriend because he was sleeping.
No.
So,
May jowa na pala.
of course, ano akala mo sa akin? Hindi ka jowa-jowa?
Nag-holding hands.
Ha? Akala mo sa akin pwedeng mamangka sa maraming ilog? No, but he asked me where I was and I said, nandito ako sa mga boys, kung saan sila matipuno at guwapo, and in your case, super kayo manggi. Now this I think is very refreshing in pageantry, not just in female pageantry, but in male pageantry, but you're in celebration of your beautiful Filipino color. Tell us more about this. What have you been doing? Any beauty tips from the male perspective?
No, honestly, if anything, it's just really embracing my color. I never really liked my color ever since I was a
Okay.
kid. You know, I think it was always practice na having white skin or
Yeah,
really
yeah.
curious. Like, you know, just very having white skin is just, that's why I told my mom before, Mom, can you buy me papaya soap? Para puputi ako, pero
Nabudol ka rin doon.
nabudol ako. No, but now I've learned to embrace in pageantry na everybody, you know, you should really embrace who you are and your color, your physical appearance, and we're embodying that dito sa Mr. International. Kaya sobrang tuwang-tuwa ako, and everybody's complimenting my skin complexion, so I'm very grateful on that. So super happy.
Happy kami na ikaw ang ilalaban namin sa Mr. International. Have you checked out your competition? May laban ba tayo, MJ? Kasi syempre iba yung sinasabi namin na may laban ka. Pero sa sarili mo, may laban ba tayo?
Siyempre, pag wala akong suporta sa inyo, siyempre. Pag wala, I need you guys' help. If you guys support me, may laban na laban talaga.
Yun naman pala.
May laban talaga. No matter what.
So, lalaban ka, you will be the first this October, tama ba?
Yes, we're gonna be the host candidate for this year's
Oh
Mr.
my gosh, so
International.
host pa. So, MJ, please, sabihan natin ang ating mga fanays, ang ating mga subscribers, wag nang tumingin sa iba. Parang kabayo lang, tingin diretso lang sa'yo.
Diretso lang sa goal natin, guys. So, October 30, please, I ask you guys to support me in my competition para we bring back the Mr. International crown here in the Philippines once again.
Ayan.
And I hope you guys do that with me. Thank you.
MJ, how can we support you? How can we support Mr. International? Do you have platforms that we don't know about?
Oh my gosh, I think you guys all know these platforms. It's Instagram, on Facebook. Follow us on Mr. International and Mr. International PH. And if you'd like to follow me more and see my day-to-day stories and my posts to keep updated, follow me at MJ_Ordiliano_ and on Facebook, MJ Ordiliano.
Iyon naman pala guys, walang budol to. Tinan nyo, skin, supple, Pilipinong-Pilipino. Itigil na natin yan, hiwalayan na natin mga jowa natin. Thank you, MJ. Wag naman daw. Oo nga, kasi parang hindi nakapila tayo kay MJ. Thank you. Good luck sa'yo. Salamat, salamat.